It's December and it's clearly Seamaster season because we have another Seamaster drop from Omega, this new titanium bronze gold with green dial. It's causing me pain, people. I can't decide if this is the greatest Seamaster 300M on the market. Always said it was the No Time to Die. Now I'm torn. You need to help me. Watch the video. Let's decide. But before we do, let's do a quick wrist check. What are you wearing on the wrist? I'm going to show you right now. This is the Time+Tide Sundowner with Tag Heuer. I'm just so completely exhilarated by the launch a few weeks ago. I'm still wearing it, haven't taken it off. What's on your wrist? Tell me now. Okay, let's talk Seamaster 300Ms. It has been a mad rush of Seamaster launches in the last 2 weeks. First, we had the double drop of the brushed steel dial Seamaster 300M with dome sapphire crystal, with mesh bracelet, with a titanium grained bezel. Super compelling, really interesting looking. I'm not sure it converted on the wrist as it did from the pictures. Now that I've worn this watch, I'm not sure that it's quite as ghosty and steel and silvery as I'd hoped. It is a very flashy watch on the wrist, which I like, but again, not quite what I'd expected from the press pics. And then there's the black dial version, which has this aluminium wave cut dial, very matte, non-reflective, has a vintage tone, and then of course this perfect aluminium bezel insert with the mesh bracelet. Really nice vintage touches. But hold the phone. Neither of those two were going to beat the No Time to Die, in my opinion. There was no chance that could take away from this perfectly executed tropical dial, oxblood text. It's just perfect. It is the perfect version of a vintage car with new car smell in terms of watches. And the years that have passed since its release have only made me want it more. And yet I've never pulled the trigger. So I was sitting there at Omega HQ last week, Friday of last week, thinking, is this green dial beauty in front of me going to take the biscuits? Is this going to be like a Bradbury where at the last minute, this watch that comes out of nowhere actually wins the race to be my first modern Seamaster 300? Goodness me, look at this watch. I first saw it in dark conditions and I couldn't tell that the dial was actually mossy green. So this really dark green tone is going to appear on the wrist as a brown or a black in low light conditions, because for the first few minutes, my eyes couldn't adjust to the fact that this was actually green. I had to go and stand under the light to really get these green tones to pop. It is an aluminium dial, which means that it has a matte, non-reflective appearance to the eyes. I find the creamy indices, this is a PVD bronze handset, really set off this green and gold effect with this tone of green. And then, of course, in comes the bronze gold. This is a bronze gold bezel insert and bronze gold helium release valve and bronze gold crown. So what is bronze gold? Is it more a precious material or is it more about the bronze? It's actually box B. It's more about stabilizing the bronze so that it doesn't patina and get this green tinge. So Omega, being Omega, really like to control the way their watches age rather than just leaving it to rampant patina, which I've experienced with my Tudor Black Bay 58 boutique edition, which went green practically overnight and completely freaked me out, actually. This was not what I expected. It's a very particular look, kind of a dirty look, can look badass maybe on the right people in the right conditions, but this is never going to do that. So you have this bronze gold bezel, bronze gold crown, bronze gold HRV, mesh bracelet, dome sapphire crystal, all the other vintage touches from what now make up a little squadron of modern Seamaster 300Ms that bring with them more of the vintage touches compared to the shiny ceramic wave cut dials, shiny ceramic bezels. So what do you think? What do you think? What do we do here? Is it No Time to Die or is it time to green? Tell me in the comments. I am torn. I find that this particular tone of green with this bronze gold has an extra appeal to it in terms of it being maybe a little more dressy, maybe a little less faux vintage. The pricing's interesting. This is actually €100 less than the No Time to Die at 9,400. However, it lacks that. Maybe you're paying an extra 100 for the MOD arrow on the dial of the No Time to Die. There you have it. Another new Seamaster 300M. This one with more tones than the monochromatic steel and black version. Over to you. See you in the comments. Subscribe to Time+Tide if you want more stuff like this, and see you soon.